In a statement, the FAO representative said Sierra Leone has a significant natural resource base and diverse agroeconomies, making it highly suitable for developing a diverse sustainable system.
It's very rare to see this level of importance attached to this particular sector by government at a much higher level. You have the Vice President, you have the Minister of State, you have the Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Planning, and these other ministers, and the EU Ambassador as well, to be present in this kind of event, and also to show their commitment, not just being present, but showing their commitment to support these food systems succeed. That's very important for us. And also for FAO, we see this as a milestone in the country towards ensuring food and nutrition security in the country.
The Minister of State in the Office of the Vice President, Honorable Francis Algali, stated that the Agrifood program will be very good for Sierra Leone as it will provide more good opportunities for farmers to make mass production.
This is a good opportunity for us as Sierra Leoneans to rethink about food production, food systems in the country. It's not the time for us to do business as usual. The Office of the Vice President, we stand ready to bring together all the stakeholders, which we have done today, to make sure that we do not work in silos, but we collaborate and coordinate the work that we are doing. As you heard from the presentation, no one ministry can be able to produce food for Sierra Leone. No one ministry would not be able to have that responsibility. It has to be the collaborative effort of all the ministries that are involved in food systems. And this is what we have done in the Office of the Vice President. We're trying to bring all the ministries together. We're trying to bring synergy in the work that they're doing. We're trying to make them see the interrelatedness.
The Minister of Agriculture, Ambassador Dr. Abubakar Karim, in a statement said the government policy 2021-2022 inflections indicate an intention to direct public policy for creating an enabling environment for private sector-led initiative to expand rice cultivation, double farmers' income, and contribute to a vibrant rural economy. This is the right opportunity for farmers to grab because, as a country, we should be able to feed ourselves, he stated.
What we've done as a ministry, through the support of His Excellency the President's vision for food self-sufficiency, was actually bring in, ensure that we put more land under cultivation. Because we all know all too often agriculture in this country has been by manual means. And if we really want to change the dynamics, that is not going to help us. We know we are importing in excess of over $400 million just on food, of which half of that goes to rice importation. And considering that we have the right type of ecology, 4 key ecologies, polylands, IDS, riverine areas, and mangroves, where we grow everything and it can do very well. But it takes policy directives for us to be able to implement, and that is what the government of His Excellency President Julius Malema have done.
The European Union Ambassador to Sierra Leone, Mohamed Juldeh, said agriculture is a key sector for Sierra Leone economy, as the sector represents 50% of the country's GDP growth, and as the sector is also responsible for providing the much needed food for the country's growing population.
Agriculture is a key sector for Sierra Leone's economy. It represents more than 50% of the country's GDP and employs nearly two-thirds of the active population. Most importantly, agriculture is responsible for providing nutritious food to the population of Sierra Leone. The COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian war on Ukraine have weakened most countries' economies. The food price hike is driven by inflation that economies are struggling to control.
While addressing the press, the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Professor Dr. Francis M. Kaikai, said, when talking about food system, that is not only limited to the production aspect, but there are so much involved. He further that the Agrifood is a welcome idea that will help farmers to grow more crops and make mass production.
And honestly, if we don't come together and make sure this is well coordinated nationally and down to district level, it's going to be problematic. And that's where the guarantee should come from government, to make sure that we have a coordination mechanism in place, not only here in Freetown at the center, but also at the district level, to make sure all these key players involved in the food system, they will operate together. And we'll make sure that the coordination system we put there, they will also focus on making sure this transition to the agri-food system really works. So all those key players have to come together to support the production side, to support the marketing side, to support the transportation, to support the consumption side.
Making his keynote address, the Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed Juldeh Jalloh, said that sustainable food system will unleash the economic potential of Sierra Leone. He further stated that together we can grow what we can eat and eat what we can grow.
And as a country, our investment in food production over the years, the Minister was here. He spoke about the Malabo declaration of 10%. Today, we are 3%. We know that is very low because we are taking 2% of that same project for irrigation, and then we have progressively increased help to 11.7%. But make no mistake, even with that and the support of development partners, we have done a lot in that sector.
For Star TV News in Freetown, George Elliott reporting.